Hi, y'all. This is Patrick, and
Hector.
we are shooting a series. We're going to tell you about the biggest, it's not a conspiracy, but the biggest thing that the public doesn't know about two of the biggest pop stars and about the music industry, namely hip hop. I listen to all types of music. I don't just listen to hip hop, but I did grow up listening to hip hop. My favorite group was Wu-Tang, then it was Tupac, then after that, Lil Wayne, and then from there, I started liking Drake. He was my favorite artist from there. So I'm familiar with their lyrics, a lot of their projects, a lot of their albums. I have a pretty good memory. I memorized a lot of the lyrics, and I caught something in 2018. That's how this started. Hector here doesn't know fully. I've kind of informed him. He doesn't fully believe me. I have to prove it. I'm going to not only prove it to you guys, I'm going to prove it to him at the same time. What I'm telling you is not a guess. It's not jumping to conclusions. It's not a conspiracy theory. I can prove it 100%, and it's huge. You guys don't know about it. And if you do, shame on you, because you only talk about it in code. And you know who you are. I've went online to the people that know about it, and I messaged them to ask them why their comment was coded, right? And they wouldn't respond to me. So I don't know why the media. There's some media that know about it. Every rapper knows about this. Almost every rapper's lyrics are about this. Every album, every song is about this. Everybody's got all the lyrics misunderstood. They don't understand what is actually being said, right? So there are people that do this job, which is lyric explanation or reaction videos, right? You've seen the reaction videos, Hector.
Yeah, I've seen them.
They're all wrong. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to discredit any of you guys. Maybe some of you guys know, and your reaction is code. I tried to figure that out. I wasn't able to really figure that part out. Anyway, so I will get into the story first. I'll tell you who they are. The only beef in hip hop right now is Lil Wayne and Drake. Those are the only two. They got code names for each other. If some of you guys know that Wayne's code name is Goofy in most people's albums. He says it himself all the time, my skate style Goofy. It's a lot of his lyrics. You've heard that, right, Hector?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the story first. Well, actually, let me do this. Let me prove to you first, if you want to look at the lyrics and listen to yourself, if you want to pause the video, come back to this, look at the lyrics. I'll have them attached as a link to this. I'll have them in the video. We're going to get into a video that I found. I searched the whole internet to find one video. There's only one thing about this on the whole internet of what started it, what the beef was about. And I'm going to have a link to that, and you can watch that video. That person deserves all the credit, because I knew they were beefing, but I didn't know what it was about. Once I saw that video, it unlocked all the lyrics for me, and I was able to go from there. It was easy after that. And now I can decipher every artist, commercially, hip-hop, all of their lyrics, every lyric. And I'm going to put up a website, and it'll be linked below, and you will be able to go and see exactly what each lyric means to every song. It's going to take me a long time to get every song on there. If you have requests, request them, and I'll try to get to your request if you'd rather one over another, because it's not just them, it's every artist. People chose sides, people flipped back and forth, and there were some people that stayed out of it, right? But the first thing I'll do is I'm going to prove to you one thing real quick. If you go to Hype, which is on Views 2016 off of Drake's album, if you read the lyrics to that song, the thing that should have stood out to you and should have caught, and I didn't, I heard it 1,000 times and I never caught it, I don't know why. I feel stupid for not catching it, but he said in the song, I hate Goofy especially. Who else could he be talking about? He's not talking about anybody else. The whole song, if you read the lyrics, which we're going to do that song later, after I tell you the story of how the beef started, we'll actually show you the lyrics, or you can pause this video and look at the lyrics yourself. But the whole song is directed towards one thing, and one group, which is his label at the time, Cash Money, even though he had OVO, was he's not getting paid enough. He feels he's the #1 artist. He feels he's bigger than Lil Wayne, and he's the whole album is every song's a diss song. Even the songs he sings that sounds like they're to a girl, they're all diss tracks, and I'll prove it to you. Okay, but before we get there, I'll tell you the story, or you can click on the link I have below, where the guy tells the story in 2015. This is when the story came out, and this is the only place I could find it. But I'll give you the quick version. So basically, Lil Wayne and Drake were doing songs together, albums, tracks, and they did a tour together. They did shows together, but they didn't really hang out together. They weren't in the same group. They would break off into different groups. So it would be, Wayne would go with his people, and then Drake would go with his people. So, and you heard the video or part of that video explaining it. Okay, yes. So he's caught up to this part, right? So the video basically explains that how rappers are. They have their wife or their girl at home, and I'm not saying I'm like this. I'm just explaining how they how they are, how it was explained to me. But they've got their wife or their main girl at home, their baby mama, whoever, right? And then when they go on the road, they have their side chicks. And if I'm Lil Wayne and I've got my side chick, and that's mine, you can't touch it. If you're Drake, if you're anybody, that's mine. Once I hit it once, it's mine. You can't have it, right? That's how it is in the industry for pretty much everybody, right? So Drake's supposedly a real nice guy. He's fun to hang out with. He's talented. They got along. But I guess he's a scumbag when it comes to the girls. So he went, when they broke off, I don't know where they were at exactly, but they broke off, and to their groups, and Drake took one of Wayne's side chicks, hit her, and then Lil Wayne found out, and he was a little upset. It wasn't like a major deal, but he was like, yo, Drake, you're not supposed to do that. It's mine, right? You can't have that. And Drake said, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know that, or I think that was how it went down. I'm not exactly sure what Drake said, but anyway, he said, okay, fine, I won't do it again, right? Well, I guess he can't help himself. He loves to get himself into trouble with these women, and later, a side chick of Wayne's that he did care about. He had real feelings, like he really cared about this girl. Drake took her, and it was supposedly in the back of a taxi, and he hit it in the back of a taxi, and Wayne found out. So he called him up. He's like, dude, you did it again, brother? Like, what's going on? Right? And Drake lied about it. He said, no, I didn't do it. In fact, it's one of the lyrics of his song is, I only lied to protect people's feelings. That's what he's referring to when he says that. Anyway, so Lil Wayne had to confront him and say, look, I got proof. I know you did it. What's up? And Drake was kind of backed in the corner. He said, okay, fine, I did it, but you probably shouldn't like her that much if she's willing to just break off with me like that. Like, like, sorry, dude, but it's your fault. You like to quote unquote hoe, basically. I'm not calling her a hoe. I'm not calling women a hoe, but that was, I think, what it said in the video. So I'm just translating the video to you. And so that's how it started. And then from there, Wayne was mad. He was upset. And he started messing with Drake's albums. I guess Drake dropped an album, and it was catching some momentum. And then he dropped a Nicki album right afterwards. Drake got mad, said, you're messing with me, said, I'm going to leave Cash Money. In fact, all of views on it is referencing that he's going to leave. And in More Life, I'm going to leave. And in Scorpion, I'm going to leave. In fact, on side A, of Scorpion, the last song, he said, the direct quote was after this album drop, I'm out of the deal, at home playing D'Angelo, how does it feel? That was the last project that had Cash Money attached to it. Feel free to look it up. Okay, who could he be talking to?
Of course, Lil Wayne.
I mean, like, could he be talking to anybody else? Like, I mean, I guess he could be talking to the label in general. He could be talking to Birdman. I don't know, but I think Drake's rights got transferred to Lil Wayne, and he made it clear in Hype. I hate Goofy especially, and he is referred to that. That's not the only time he said it. He's made it clear, and I'll go through all the songs. Every song is directed towards Wayne, and basically on Views, he says, "I'm the bigger artist." You're on Hype, where he says that lyric. Basically, what he's explaining is, you boss me up, the bigger homie. Even though I'm 1 year older, I'm only 1 year older. He's saying it from Wayne's point of view. He's not saying he's 1 year older than his little homie. He's saying he's saying Wayne's bossing me up, even though he's only 1 year older. He's either 1 or 2 years older, so he might have been exaggerating on the year. But basically, he's saying you're only a year or two older than me. You're bossing up on me like you're the bigger homie, but I'm popping. I'm the bigger pop star right now. And at the time, Wayne couldn't drop any albums because of the Birdman case. He was stuck in court. So the only thing he was able to put out were like mixtapes for free, like Dedication 6, which is all diss tracks on Drake. He put out the free Wheezy album, which not a lot of people listened to because it was free, no backing, no marketing, nothing, right? So while Wayne was stuck, Drake just said, I'm going to bomb on him every song, right? I'm going to get my point across on every single song. Literally from if you're reading this, it's Too Late, Views, More Life, Scorpion. All of those are A to Z diss tracks to Lil Wayne. And a lot of you are going to say, oh, there's these other beef with Pusha T, with Meek Mill. Well, guess what? They all came from this beef. They threw Meek Mill at him. He ate Meek Mill for lunch, like destroyed him, right? So the next time they threw somebody at him, they made sure he had all the information. And guess what? Pusha T killed him, destroyed him, right? Because he had all the information about the porn star baby mama he was hiding and the kid that nobody knew about he didn't make public. And Pusha T destroyed him. Drake barely came back with a comeback to it. And what happened to Drake? Nothing. He's just as big, right? None of his fans left. And my thought, I don't know why this isn't public. I don't. There's thousands of people that know. Every rapper knows. Which means, for instance, media knows. Joe Budden is a rapper. In fact, Joe Budden dropped a bunch of diss tracks right after this beef started, right? And in Drake's comeback to Budden, what we thought, it's not even a diss track to Budden. He is one line to Budden. The rest is to Lil Wayne. When he said, I don't sell off like the man who brought me in this thing, he's not talking to Budden. He's talking to Wayne. And I'm going to prove with enough time, everybody out there that says you're crazy, you're jumping to conclusions. No, not even close. I'm going to tell you every lyric to as many artists as you want me to. I've deciphered all of their code. I know exactly what they're saying. And you may be skeptical, but I've proven some of it to nice eyes, brother.
We'll see, right?
All right.
I guess.
We'll see.
But no, I'm just here kind of like as an average music fan. Just obviously I know about Drake and Lil Wayne, but not really in depth as my friend here, obviously. But I'm here just kind of give a kind of like a devil's advocate type of side of things. You know, kind of. You guys probably have a lot of questions that maybe can be filtered through me.
He's like you. You may not. He doesn't believe me yet.
I'm not 100% on it. You know, but
he's not
we'll see. We'll see if that changes. But I'm pretty excited to be here and see what this guy has. You know.
Yeah, y'all might think I'm crazy now, but we'll get there if you listen long enough. I promise you. And I'm gonna be up front with this last thing. This will end this video. We're going to get the second video out very soon. Don't worry, we're not going to leave you in suspense. I want some proof, right? I want some proof, brother. And then we're going to leave you hanging for a couple weeks. We're not going to do that. I'm going to shoot videos quick. And I'm going to get you all the proof. I'm going to make a website. I'm going to get lyrics translated on a website. That's going to take some time. I'll give you an example. Kendrick Lamar, all of his lyrics from Damn were towards Drake, but they're complicated and they take forever. I don't think any of these guys write their own stuff. I'm not dissing you guys, any rapper, but when you get to this level of pop star, rap star, and you've got this team, I deciphered all of these lyrics. A lot of them are very complicated, and I have a pretty high reading comprehension, and it took me a while. And Kendrick's were one of the hardest. His was super complicated, but once you decipher the code, they're clear. And I wasn't a huge Kendrick fan. He was more of a Kendrick fan than me. To be honest, Lil Wayne was my favorite rapper. Then he kind of disappeared because of the Birdman thing, and I like Drake, but I'm not like a super Drake backer. I'm gonna tell you up front, he lost. He's getting killed right now. He's backed into a corner, and he's only everybody flipped sides. Everybody took sides, and then they started flipping sides. He's almost by himself now. Everybody kind of put him in his place. So anyway, we'll leave it there. Thanks for listening.